apologize. I know you are expecting an Indian. Yet here is son, flesh and blood, man from Homer Bay County. So much has been said, so much should be said, yet time is limiting, so I won't be here for long. I have had questions about our institutions. Some are still asking if the University of Nairobi is the greatest institution around. It should not be a thing of a question, but this is a fact. In 2018, not that everyone is saying when they joined school, I arrived in October 22nd, 2018. I've been here for a while. Mama Bogas have started asking me, when you malizi? That is a sign that I've stayed around for a very long time. Then we asked the same question that you have now. Is the University of Nairobi the dream that we've been yearning for? And our wise man once told us that in Kenya there are only two universities, the University of Nairobi and others. And he proceeded to say that in others you will find Kenyatta University and the rest. And under the rest, he said you will find Yekwat, and it ends there. Those are the wise words of our wise man, so don't misquote me. Yes. I stand here as a student, not much as the UNSA governor. I have to assure you that you're in the right place. My first job was to assure you that you are in a great institution. My second job is to assure you that you are in the right place. I'll have to admit that when I joined, I had what we call social anxiety. I was an introvert, yes. For a whole month, I stayed in my room. We used to live in a place called Mamlaka. I'd go to the lab, study, and go back. I never made friends except the ones that I had. I should tell you people that I went to Mamu. Yes, I know that we've been told that where you went does not matter. It is true. I'm a testament. The first, it's called random assessment test we did. I got very little marks. I was very suspicious of the matters. Then I realized that actually my ratio was actually big in comparison to what my friends had. Yeah, so I also have to tell you that medical school is where you will make great friends. My best friends that I met here in medical school, all of you know G. G2 has been my very good friend. When I was telling you that I was an introvert in first year, is the guy that I met 1 month later. He was with his friend Charles Kanka, and I joined the group. We've journeyed so much, we've done politics, and again, here we stand. So my advice to you is that when you go through school or when you go to university, kindly let school also go through you and identify your passion, identify what you can excel in. You've been told that it is not only about education. The world needs educated individuals, yes, but the world also needs people who do things with passion. And it is only in spaces where you feel alive that you can excel best. And that is why we urge you not to stay in class as you can, I'm sure. Always do what's right there, try things out. And believe me, you'll find what fits for you. And I would also tell you that medical school is where you find a long-lasting relationship. As Babu has said, most of his friends came from medical school, and most of them we met them in first year. So be kind, be receptive, be warm. I know for most of us, our faces might not be welcoming when people approach us, but we try to go out of our way. Yes. You might not be the lucky guy. It might be your portion that maybe year three or year two, you get supplementary maybe narrative, and you feel like the world is crumbling. And many great doctors have gone through this. When your time comes, know that when you take a step back, I believe that it is your chance to test well the path that you want to walk. Yes, so there's that. And I'll also give you an assurance that your leader will always be here to work with you, to guide you through. Promise that I won't say much. I'd really love to write here. And now that I was sitting as a student, I think I'll finish as the UNSA governor. I must express my most joy being here and experiencing this. When we were campaigning in March, in Ramesh, our conviction, our word to our association, professional bodies was that we will grant them full autonomy to run their things, to come in only where we are needed and help them solve their issue. And then one of the people that believed in me most was Muinde Lucy. I recall the nights when things were a bit tough and we came through. We had a picture together, and it was said then that Amsun had endorsed Ramesh, and for that I'm eternally grateful. I shall never forget. And because of that, what he did, we have endeavored to stay true to our word. So far, we've not had any problem, and we are still proud that your authority got you here, got us here, and maybe we should clap for Amsun. Yes, it is a big thing that we are witnessing, and I have to tell you that your lot is very lucky. We didn't have this. I wish that we could come back this time and have this German bomb during my time so that we could be close. I'll be in the line to get close also, and I wish to start me by Dr. Magoha, son of Magoha. Yes, yes. I think I'll finish here. My last piece is that in medical school, you should be courageous, be brave. I always tell my friends that we as an audacious lot, we never give up. And where everything fails, audacity is the home. Thank you.
So give him another round of applause. Thank you so much, Ramesh. So we'll have to break the protocol a bit or the program a bit. There is one of our consultants who wants to leave. I told you they are almost the busiest guys you have in the country, but he's a good guy. One of the coolest lecturers will come around. He has good swag, he has content. You know, what a content and a swag is, I think they go say a professor goes this way and swag goes this way. So Professor Bimbo, I'm not saying anything to that effect, but I'm saying that he's one of the people who has really encouraged us when we were still students. So put your hands together for Dr. Michael Magoha. Huyu ni ule neurosurgeon mnataka kukua, so you can clap for him nicely and they'll clap for you when you become a neurosurgeon. So karibu sana daktari.
Hi guys, how are you? It is very dramatic, so I'll be have to second. Someone stole while I'm thinking. Cracking jokes, nothing. How's everybody doing? This is a big group. A lot of things have been said. When I was invited to speak first, I wondered why me. I don't think there's anything special about me. Oh, sorry. Also, because observed, I see not everybody's doing so. So let me start. My name is Dr. Michael Magoha. I'm a consultant, neurological surgeon, and lecturer at the University of Nairobi. My work is mostly neuro-oncology and neurolinguistics, and I do spine work and vascular work. Now that that's out of the way, we can have a normal conversation, okay? The first thing is, I pray all of you will get to call me Michael. When you at least have one of the degrees. Amen. Okay. So like they used to say, I'll keep my king brief, hopefully. I'll try to keep it brief. And I was wondering, what am I going to tell undergrads? You guys are 19 to 20 something or so, so you're fresh. You've been bullying everybody before. You've bullied all the rebels. Now it's your time. You've all gone to medical school. You're all number one. Every time you go home, they're already asking you, what medicine should I take to really know to spell medicine? Is that true? So I figured this is what I'll do. First, here's what I'll do. I will speak for myself. We're running this institution, and I'll speak for, I'm representing the Department of Surgery. I'll speak for the surgeons who can't be here to speak. I'll speak for those who have left us, and more importantly, I'll speak for those who have died, and what they told me that helped me become what I am. And I don't think I'm anything. I think I'm just on top of the journey. Fun fact, one of the ones who really helped me is also here. He doesn't know. He was smiling, and now he's a professor, so amen to that. Let's clap for Dr. Bimbo. Can you all hear me? Then this is the microphone. Microphone? Okay. Oh, there's no button. Okay, it's put on remotely. Okay. Oh wait. Oh, it's red. It's dead. Red and dead. Actually, actually, why am I being a danda? I've done this many. Okay. No, no, no. It's fine. I think I know what God is telling me to do. All of you have smartphones. All right. Do you have YouTube on your smartphone? Yeah. Then just go to M Magoha on YouTube. Go look at the video that I just uploaded before I came here because I made it for you guys to inspire you guys, and you can watch it. Now, that's the point I'm trying to show you. The lady right here said it quite well. Don't let medicine define you. That's the biggest problem we have in our profession. You're going to be stressed. It's going to be tough. The person ahead of you always looks like their life is better. It will always be the same, but do you know what will keep you going? If you have a good life. So that's all I wanted to say. Remember, you have to be madcap. That's corny sana, but it's mine. And the last thing I told you is you can't boil the ocean. Will everybody remember those two things? Okay, so you could watch those. We can try one last time, see if it works. Let's clap for the laptop. 1, 2. Huh? Huh? Oh, the page. You can look for Dr. M.A. Magoha or M. Magoha. You don't have to subscribe, my guys. Be easy. I do it for the culture. I don't do it for the money. So, but you could watch it. That's just showing you one of the skills. So all of our friends, okay. They can't even hear the surround sound. Nothing. Okay. Which prompted early speculations regarding their origin. I guess handsome. When endurements were detected archaeologically, predominantly through changes in the. Don't worry, we tried our best, but we keep moving. I think the point has been made. So enjoy yourselves through med school. Pick anything you like, move forward. In the presentation, there are 3 things I want to say. Don't think you have to finish to effect any change. Insulin was discovered by a third-year medical student. The basis of flaps, how we heal, how we close wounds, was developed by a gentleman who had a crush on an Indian lady. There are many things that you can do right now, and there's a long list of them. There's a book called History of Medicine. It's free. It's by a gentleman called Roy Porter. You could please, it's free online. You can download it online. Are we being recorded? Am I being recorded? All right. So there are some places you can download books. Huh? I'll send them through over here because, money is a problem for everyone. We'll send them through this. I do not officially endorse downloading books. So, don't do that ever. Don't download books. Download the books. That was the last one. And then the last thing is, I was always told when you speak with people, you must always leave with them a lesson because they only remember the lesson, especially when people are speaking to them. So I brought a gift in my culture, both of them, the Django and the Efik culture. We always bring gifts when you're invited to speak, so I brought a gift. And part of this gift is to teach you how life is going to be. It doesn't matter where you come from, it matters where you want to go. And lastly, the effort that you're going to put to go there. So there's a book here that I bought for free. Thank goodness it loves me already. So you can get this book. If you have an iPhone, it's free on iBooks. I did that for the culture. You can buy it on Amazon if you want, and you can also get it from any bookstore. Just request for it. There's an IBSN. But you say something about life. Does anybody want this book? It's free, yeah? All right, come and get the book. Come get the book. Now, just get one book. Get one book. One book. Maybe one for your friend. Maybe one for your friend. Okay. Now, this is the lesson I want to show you. Because some of you will not come up here because of pride, because you're being recorded, because you trust your friend to get the book for you, or whichever reason that it is that you're using. Okay. So, the other thing you'll realize, some of you will be greedy in front of everybody else. That's the point I'm trying to say. But the thing I want all of you to take home, that's how med school is going to be. Whenever there's an opportunity, that's how people are going to react. The thing I want you to realize, it doesn't matter. If you want the book, you will get the book. I'll get for all of you the book, but I want you to realize that because those who sit down will feel bad. Those who don't have a book will feel bad. That's how med school is going to be. But you are all still going to be okay. That's the point I want you to take home. So don't fall into the rat race. It's fine. Your thing is there. It's coming. It will be better. The book will be made available through Thusi or anyone, or even I'll put the number up there. If you're in med school in first year, we'll organize. That's not a big deal. But that was the lesson for you to realize. All those who sit down will always feel bad, but it doesn't matter. Amen. All right, you guys have a blessed day.
Give him another round of applause. So that was good. See, that was good. How many people have a book? Ah, nice. Kumbe you guys are mlikuwa tu mnajifanya hapa. When gifts are put here, do you want me to give you a gift? Yeah. So don't dare me. Don't dare me. But anyway, thank you so much, Dr. Magoa, for that. And he's a neurosurgeon, so different specialties will be, coming here, and you can learn from all of them, isn't it? The surgeon will speak. My first year table mentor was Dr. Obimbo, and I'll tell you what he did to me during the first exam. He didn't even remember I'm his table mate. But anyway, the good thing is he's discovering things, so he's too smart. So whatever he did was justified. So give it up for Dr. Magoha once again, and we'll allow him to leave. He's attending to something. So we'll go back to the program. And for the people who are remaining to representing the clubs, you can just probably be brief. So representing Amsun Art, we'll have Felix Mburu, Amsun Art. Just clap for him as he comes. Felix Mburu to say something on behalf of Amsun Art.
Just keep something. Yeah, all protocols observed. And obviously our guests for today, this is class of 2030. Yeah, that will take some time to sink in. So my name is Felix. I am co-chair of Amsun Art. So I'm just going to be picking up from where Maureen left off. I'm going to be talking about our club, our society, and I hope it works this time. It's not. It's going to be on slideshow. It's really free. Oh, you hadn't downloaded it on? You need hotspot. But I can hotspot. I think I'm connected.
Use this one.
Okay, I think I'll just start. Just switch that one off. Okay, this reminds me of a certain earphone set I used to have in first year. There's one geishika at a certain angle for it to work. It's okay. I think we'll just proceed. We have to adapt. That's the nature of this course. Yeah? You'll have many challenges. So I'm here to talk about Amsunat, and I'm really happy to also be in the presence of some of our mentors from the department, Professor Bimbo, and obviously Dr. Maugo is also here, who also happens to be our patron. So just a round of applause for him. Okay, so, okay. You know, when it works, you just try to avoid touching it, but it's okay. So I'll start with a bit of a history of people who've been in medicine and art. I think it's always best to look into the past to understand the present and the future. So in the next coming weeks, you'll spend a lot of time in the lab, and you'll probably hear of a doctor called Dr. Frank Netter. Who's heard of Dr. Frank Netter? By show of hand? You have? From the Atlas, yeah? Those who are not familiar with him, you'll get very, very familiar with him in the next coming weeks. Yeah, so these are some of the, so he was one of the pioneers of medical illustration, did over 4,000 pieces and got them published, and to date, they're still part of the curriculum and used universally in the study of medicine. We've had famous pathologists. Those are pathologists called Santiago Cajal, maybe the neuropathologist, the neurosurgeon who just left, Dr. Magoha, will know of him, who was also an artist and also a scientist at the same time. He'd look into the microscope and he'd draw these neurons, just drawing them with his hands. And he actually got a Nobel Prize working with someone called Golgi. And you learn about these things when you do your series in that part of anatomy. And then to the farthest, is it left? Yeah, it should be my left. Okay, it's gone. So now you see it, now you don't. So just make sure you just peep before it vanishes. That's Dr. Ibe, who's actually a medical student, still a medical student, who's gotten international recognition for his art as an illustrator, who tried to bridge the inequalities in terms of presentation of art and having black people and black skin being represented. Because you'll notice in these books you'll be using, a lot of it is just fair-skinned individuals. And that is still a medical student, just like you and me, and that has actually even forged a career for him. I think he's now in Harvard, some society, doing really well. We've had musicians, part of this, and probably Dr. Maugo knows best about Dr. Virginia Apgar, famous for the Apgar score. Maybe wale wamesoma kidogo watajua. Yeah, I'd wish it. Yes, that's her, and you can see her holding a violin. That violin, she actually made it herself, and she'd also play the violin. She was also a very renowned neonatologist, and you'll come to learn of the importance of some of these contributions as you progress further. Then next, that is Dr. Joy Mweni. Obviously, I had to put her in the presentation. She was a co-founder of Amsunat back in 2019 during COVID era, when we were all just suffering, extremely bored at home. And that's how I also got recruited into the team. Just watu wako na kiherehere kidogo, just got called into the team, and she plays the saxophone and does a lot more. And this she's currently a doctor now. Then we also have Dr. Rain, who's a pediatrician by day, a hip-hop doctor by night, if I may say so. Yeah, so we've also hosted him in one of our events, currently now a consultant pediatrician. And finally, also Dr. Michelle Gatwiku, who was also part of our club, and currently now a doctor. Then I'll just fly through this next bit. So obviously, if you don't know, get to interact with Dr. Maugo, who's a photographer in his part time, in his extra. So he also does a bit of additional things. And he's been a wonderful mentor and patron for us. And I wish this will just come on, for, even if it's just for 1 second. But how many of you are familiar with that book? How many are here because of that book? Yeah, you know, this is one of those literatures that finessed a whole generation to choosing medicine, but you can see how much of a contribution it made. So just a person, a doctor doing something extra, writing a book. We've also had different books. You know, we've read the book by Dr. Kalinithi, sad as it may be, but the book is a central part of his legacy. And obviously the last one there by a doctor who quit the practice, but because of his additional BTC, luckily he had something to fall back onto. So, you know, it's always good to have that extra little thing. And then at the farthest left, that's Dr. Valerie Kidavasi. I just put her there. She was the immediate former Amsun editor, and she also did a bit of writing in terms of plays, and at some point even one of her plays was featured in the National Theatre. And she's currently just finished, just a pre-intern, the interns in situ, Ntusi and Co. And okay, and there you can see there's a picture of her with, I'm sure you recognize who that is. That's Ngugi wa Thiong'o. So now, to move away from the history, so just to introduce Amsun art. So the Amsun umbrella, as you've been told, is very wide, and it has a lot of societies. There's a research club, there's the tech guys, there's Wachuli here with the Amsun Code community and the new baby in town, the innovation lab, and the Gazette for all those interested in writing. There's a running club with Ruby. Then there's us, Amsunat. So we are basically a platform. We try and encourage medical students to, you know, keep doing the things that you used to do before you came here, or just develop new interests that are here besides your books, you know. You used to be in the band in school, you used to sing, you used to be in a choir, you used to draw or whatever. So even as you put on that cloak today, please don't throw away the thing you used to do before. And you'll come to learn of even the other societies from the national student organization, MSAKE. There's a lot going on within that area, and you'll get to interact with many more clubs. I urge you to be curious in terms of your learning. So maybe just the positioning of the Nini will be ideal. So what we do, we are a platform, not so much as a club. We're a platform where we encourage people to just come, and we host events. We encourage people to make their submissions, and through their submissions, you know, you get your recognition. We've had people, you know, make wonderful submissions, such as the ones you can see there. We've had cooking. If you're into cooking, you know, that's still art. And we just host wonderful events where we encourage people to just show up, do your thing. And we've also worked hand in hand with, you know, the running club as well, just to just to help with entertainment and all that. So if you're the MC kind of person, very creative, very team building oriented, so this is still a place for you. We also try and feature people. Okay, they just try and follow. Yeah, you know, that's a part of cranial nerve testing. Yeah. But so we try and feature people occasionally, you know, on our page. Yeah, so I'll just try to be quick. And we've partnered with other organizations as well in our events to try and make them particularly relevant to our clinical context. And we are organized currently into 3 departments. We have the music department, performing arts, visual arts, and all this for anyone interested in music, you know, playing the band, singing. This is a department for you, for anyone who's into, you know, poetry, fashion, and such, performing and drama and theater, performing arts is for you. Visual arts, if you draw, if you into photography and videography, this is also for you. And how do you join? We'll distribute the links to the WhatsApp groups that you have, and you can also visit the desk outside to just register there. This is the team. Dr. Maugo is right there, and Melanie is at the back, which can just wave. Then there are many benefits besides, distressing. It helps you grow as a person. It helps you build your networks. It helps you even improve in school. People who do a bit more here and there, they also tend to do a bit well in school as well. So just don't lose what you used to do before you came. And I hope you join us and you're able to also contribute. So welcome to medical school. Our slogan is be more, and we encourage you to just try and do that extra thing when you have your free time, when you're not studying too much. Just join and become part of our club. So thank you very much, and I wish you a wonderful time in school.
So give him another round of applause. So in the interest of time, we'll go to Amsun Code Community. So we'll have Eugene Wechuli. Yes, Wechuli.
Is it possible we set up the presentation briefly? So hello everyone. How many of us know how to code? You can write code before coming to medical school or after? It's a good number, sort of also unexpected. Just a minute. So the reason we want the presentation is it's actually we are very proud of it. We want you to see it. Yeah, but I'll be brief. Perfect. Perfect. All protocols observed. Good afternoon. My name is Wechuli Simiu. I am a final year medical student, standing in front of you as the current chairman for Amsun Code Community. We have a sort of a slogan borrowed from one of the platforms where code is normally stored and distributed. We are telling you this community is where the doctor builds software. A bit of introduction. First of all, welcome to medical school. As everyone before me has mentioned, it's going to be a challenge, but please look forward to the day you wear your scrubs for the first time, even though they'll be oversized for some people, but you do look good in scrubs. So just stick around and find out. So in the interest of time, this community was formed in 2021 by currently also a neurosurgeon in training. Will be joining maybe in a few